We are in conversation with Yoichiro Ueno, President and CEO of Autocar India Limited, on the launch of the Honda BRV. Ueno-san, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
And congratulations on the launch of the BRV.
Thank you very much.
First question I want to ask on the BRV is, in this segment, you are the only ones to have given a 7-seat or a third row option. So I want to understand what is Honda's thinking, because other OEMs feel that the footprint is too small to give a third row of seats and your design can be compromised. But I just want to understand what is your philosophy in making an SUV of 3 rows.
So SUV is a very fast-growing market, and we wanted to capture broader customers, so we decided to go into this segment. However, as you know, this segment is also a very competitive segment. So in order to create something new values, we decided to offer something different from others. And the solution was to offer third row. Finally, our R&D team had a very good job to achieve both SUV styling as well as a good utility by developing a good package for this model.
But do you think there's a bit of a challenge sometimes to get the styling and the functionality? Was that maybe the big challenge to balance that?
Development team was saying it was quite challenging. So they put a lot of ideas into the packages, how to accommodate the third row as well as achieving the SUV characters.
Coming to the SUV segment, obviously it's a very large growing segment in India. What is Honda's outlook?
Generally, when the market grows, more customers want to have something different from the traditional sedans or MPVs. And I think it's happening now in India. SUV segment is the fastest growing segment. So we think this trend will continue for a while. And we have CRV, and we just launched this new model. And if further growth is seen, we'd like to keep on monitoring this segment, and if necessary, we want to further address this segment by implementing new lineups in this segment.
So what you're saying is, if the SUV segment continues to grow, you would look at additional models, maybe below CRV, above CRV, in different empty spaces you are in. Is that correct?
We don't have a specific strategy or decision yet. However, there are some models we haven't launched in India yet, and if we think those models are suitable for Indian market, maybe we can explore to further expand our lineups in the future.
So the obvious ones are HRV and Vezel, which were there in international markets. I know Vezel was considered for India, but the price point was difficult. But with the SUV segment growing, I think these might be the obvious models in the future. I'm not saying you've decided anything, but it seems to be that they're quite obvious ones to look at first.
Actually, as you know, we haven't decided anything yet. However, HRV is very successful in other models. Price point is a bit higher than this model. However, if there is a potential, might be some option in the future. In
the past couple of years, Honda has become, I think, more of a mass manufacturer. It's been catering to the lower end of the segment. Below city, you've had a Maze, now there's Mobilio, there's a Brio as well. Do you think you've lost some of your premiumness and become a bit too mass, and do you think that's from an image point of view, that's a bit of a challenge?
If I talk to some people in India, I have some opportunities to talk to some people. However, everybody say Honda's image is premium. And maybe in the past we were selling more expensive models. So the current premiumness is a kind of a luxuriousness. However, I personally believe that premiumness is not only price. However, some additional value from others. So I think we can achieve to maintain the premiumness even for the low entry models by offering something additional values.
Right. So customer experience, some of the technologies you offer, is that where you are thinking of making the difference?
Exactly. So customers decide which model to buy, not only by the product and its prices, but also maintenance cost or total running cost. So I think we'd like to achieve best value for money, including all ownership cost. And also, I think we have a strong dealer network, but there is a room to further enhance our operations to offer better value in terms of customer experiences. So I'd like to focus to this area.
That's interesting because I think even earlier, your predecessors have said that the product you all are confident of, but the customer experience is something where maybe Maruti has really set a benchmark with its spread of network. So are you going to be looking at expanding the dealer base and improving the quality of the dealer network? Is that one of the main focus areas for you now that you've come in?
Fortunately, we are already receiving a quite good reputation. For example, in SSI or CSI, we are quite ranked in high. However, I have a chance to visit some dealerships, and I felt that there are some rooms to further improve our operations. So I'd like to explore that area as well.
So one is the quality. Do you think you need to increase the number of dealers and penetrate India even more? Because is that key to additional sales?
Currently, we have about 300 dealerships, and we have a plan to expand it to 340 by the end of next March. And also, we are having some renovation plans for the existing dealers. So through these activities, we can further strengthen our dealer network.
Coming back to your model range, now above the city, there's a big gap actually. CRV, very small, there's no diesel CRV, Civic has gone, there's no SUV, big SUV as well, and the Accord as well is coming as a CBU. So do you think you're not focusing enough also on the higher end, and what is the strategy over there?
Well, we are implementing Accord Hybrid in this fiscal year, and also entry segment is important, but the existing customers who want to further upgrade their vehicles are important. So we are carefully monitoring the customer's requirement, and if necessary, we can study to add some
just strategically, because with the city, you've got a huge customer base and they are ready for an upgrade, but you don't have a model for an upgrade. Do you think there's an opportunity there? What do you do with your city customers? How do you upgrade them? Because that's your core of your market, isn't it? That's your core base.
The current city is a very, very, very strong model, and I think for a while, the current city can accommodate the customers who own the previous models. And but as I said, if there is a strong demand for bigger models or upper models, I think we can explore the possibility.
So what you're saying is when the current city owners, now the city is quite new, but when they are ready to upgrade, by then you might have a product ready for them?
Yeah, Civic is one model, and also there are some various models in Honda's global lineup, which is bigger than City. So if there is a really strong demand, I think we can study to implement those models into India.
Now, City has been your strongest brand. In fact, it's a brand in itself. It's been around for 17, 18 years. How important is the City for Honda in India? It's, I think, profits, volumes, everything really is dependent on City, isn't it? So just want to understand how important is the City for you?
If I come to India, City is quite outstanding on the streets. So I think City is playing a very good role to enhance the Honda's brand image. But of course, we have various models. So I want to keep on focusing for all models equally. Of course, the volume is different. However, not only City, but we want to enforce the total lineups. And by focusing to all models, we can enhance the total Honda's brand image. That's my strategy.
Looking at the lower end, you've got the Brio over there, but you've not really focused on that. Now, nearly 4 years and not even a minor model change. So the sense one gets is you are not investing much in the Brio as a product. Any reason for that, or are the margins too small in that area, or is it a very difficult segment of the market?
Brio is a Actually, 4 years have passed since its launching. Of course, we can change the models. However, it costs, you need additional investment. So, in order to achieve the best balance of prices and perception of the models, currently we are continuing to selling with this model. But as I said, India is a fast-growing market, and a lot of entry or new car buyers are coming to this segment. So I think I'd like to keep on focusing on this one.
But you talked about investment. So I think from what I understand, what you're saying is for this price point, if you invest too much in those products, the price point may not be met. Is that the thing? The margins are very small on this segment to really put a lot of investment in it.
It's true that it's a very competitive and price-sensitive market. However, we are seeing this segment not only independently, but as a total market. So if we are successful in this segment, maybe we can expect future customers. So we'd like to, we'd like to keep on focusing on this segment.
Looking at the future and the tougher emission regulation, there's a big anti-diesel wave, especially in Delhi. Do you see that as an opportunity? Because Honda is also known for good petrol engines and hybrids, because now Bharat Stage 6 is coming. So the diesels will face more of a challenge.
So this year we are implementing a called hybrid, and also we have hybrid is a quite core technology for global Honda. So if there is enough perception for these technologies, I think we can. I think we have to study to implement hybrid models here. However, hybrid models is slightly more expensive than conventional petrol models. So it's really a matter whether customers are willing to pay the extra for hybrid to save their expenses for the petrols.
But if you see an opportunity, would you invest in the technology to localize it and maybe bring the cost down?
Yes, it really depends on the volume. So if volume is limited, maybe we can import the most of the components from other countries. But if we can expect quite a big volume, I think we can challenge to localize more components in India.
And there's talk of the emission regulations, which we spoke about, and also future safety regulations, which I'm sure everyone is studying. Manufacturers do have a concern that while it's good to bring them, the price of cars is going to shoot up to the consumer. What is your view on this? Do you welcome this? Do you think there'll be a challenge?
Emission and safety are global issues, and I think it's a kind of a natural trend that customers will be more conscious about those matters. So initially, there might be some confusion because of the price up or something like that. But in the long term, I think it's a kind of we have to focus to enhance the safety and the emission.
Coming to Honda's performance, you've had a bit of a flat year last year, though you've launched a few new models, but overall sales haven't really shot up like some of your competitors. What is the outlook this year? Are you more confident? You've got a new model like the BRV. What's your sales forecast looking for the coming year?
Yeah, we have new BRV, and also we are keep on reinforcing our lineups. So hopefully, I'd like to challenge to further grow the business from the previous year. And I have been working in some mature countries or developing countries. I personally prefer to see the growth of the business, so I'd like to challenge that.
And last question, you said you've been working in a lot of other countries, developing countries. You've come to India, you've just come to India. Is there anything that particularly stands out about this market? Is there anything completely different which is challenging and maybe unique or even exciting compared to other markets you've been in?
So first thing is the market is growing very, very fast and dynamic. So that is one thing. So I think we have to quickly adjust our strategies to not to be delayed to the market change. And also the market is very competitive. Everybody is seeing the future potential for this market. So I think this is one of the most competitive market. And also, India is a very broad country, so there is a lot of difference in each regions. So I think how can it's very important to accommodate the differences of each regions. I think that is another challenge for me. So I hope I can do my best to do in India. Thank you.
Wish you all the best and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.